Hello and welcome back to Me Gaming for scenario number 2 of Railway Empire 2 Star Logistics. And here we're looking at Huntingdon Warehouse, and it's going to be the star of the show, this scenario.
Good morning. My name is Collis P. Huntington. Forgive me if I refrain from petty pleasantries, but I am a busy man. You are here because you have done a good job in the past. Continue that, and we won't have a problem with each other. My main focus at the moment is West Virginia, where I'm expanding the network of the Chesapeake and Ohio Railway. However, I recently acquired a warehouse in the St. Louis area for a bargain price. This just screams for us to build a star-shaped transportation system here. That's where you come in. So to get started, I've already written you a list of tasks.
Alright, let's see what we need to do here. We need to have 6 cities with 40,000 or more citizens and a rail network. We need to make 10 different goods available in St. Louis at the same time. There's already 4. Deliver 8 loads of clothing via Huntington's Warehouse. So the warehouse is a transfer station for goods. Set up a rail line from Memphis to your warehouse. Send more trains to other cities from there. Only Huntington's Warehouse counts towards completion of this task. Perfect. So I'm just taking a look around here. See, we got Kansas City, Columbia. We have Indianapolis, Louisville, Nashville, Memphis, and Fayetteville. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other cities besides St. Louis. And they all have connection bonuses, and it looks like they're all the same amount of days. So I think we're going to go ahead and start working on express lines. Yeah, I'm going to try something different here. I'm going to try going on 3 city clusters for my express trains also. So I got St. Louis to Columbia to Kansas City to Columbia back to St. Louis. I'm going to put, I like the Forkanaut better than the Class 121 personally. So I'm going to go with the Forkanaut. I'm going to put 2 with all our wagons on. And we'll do that and see how it goes. We're also going to look into our personnel here. And we're going to bump it up so we can get, there we go, we'll go engineer, stoker, and then we'll work on our, oops, oh, I guess that was right, train personnel. These will cost more money, but in the long run, it'll be worth it. And then we'll put this one up too. Perfect. Alright, so we have our line from St. Louis to Louisville to Indianapolis. We have 2 Forkanauts, all our wagons on. I want you to notice that I put the express stations on the edge of the city because there's really not a whole lot of things over here we need to get to. Most of the good warehouse type items are in the middle. Okay, St. Louis is now connected to Nashville, then Memphis, then back to Nashville, then St. Louis. 2 Forkanauts, all the wagons. So we're going to do that, see how that goes. Now we have Kansas hooked up to Fayetteville, over to Memphis, back to Fayetteville, back to Kansas, sorry. We only have enough money for 1 train. We're running low on money, so we'll just throw the 1 train on there to get the bonus. And once we get our connection bonus of 100,000, we'll throw a 2nd train on there. So here's an overview of what we have so far. This is going to be our engine that's going to drive this scenario. So because we started in St. Louis for 3 of these, this one's from St. Louis, this one, and this one here. We didn't put a warehouse or maintenance depot in St. Louis. We put one here in Louisville. So we skipped Indianapolis, skipped St. Louis, we put one in Nashville, skipped Memphis, we put one in Fayetteville, we skipped Kansas City, and one in Columbia. So if you do, so we basically only have one in Columbia, Louisville, Nashville, Fayetteville. It works out perfectly with the numbers here, but if you can do that, skip the maintenance depot in every 2nd city, you'll save money for the maintenance depots, and it'll tie up those cities less, because at least in St. Louis there won't be trains sitting around getting maintained. And then the other thing I do is I put my slider up to 0. So if we click on this one, see, I already have it up to 0. You can put that, or to 100 I mean, and you can transfer the all right here. So then every subsequent maintenance depot you build after that will be at 100%. And really, as far as maintenance, the only other thing you'd want to do is put a supply station. You'll notice I have one between each city set. One, one, one. I have one there that's doing both this and this, and I have one up there. And so with that, you shouldn't have any problems whatsoever with maintenance. So one of the things I need to do is deliver 8 loads of clothing via Huntingdon's Warehouse. So I'm going to go ahead and put another station in at Memphis. Just flip this the other way. Okay, and so we're going to on it. And it's only going to bring clothing by the looks of it. So let's see what we have. Freight consolidation. Baldwin 10-wheeler. Let's go with that, I guess. And we're a little short on money. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Because this says we have to deliver clothing via Huntingdon's Warehouse, it's not going to be enough just to make it and ship it over there. I'm going to have to put another warehouse or another station down. So we're going to put it in Nashville. And now we're going to bring this Nashville station over to Huntington. And that should help us deliver those, just to get that part of the done. So because we have to deliver the clothing from Huntingdon Warehouse to a city, I picked Nashville because it's getting very close to 50,000. It's like 43, and so I have a line now. And as soon as Nashville starts demanding clothing, Memphis, the line I already started there, the train will go up with the clothing, which will eventually go through here and get to Nashville. So we're waiting for the clothing task to kind of do itself. We need to grow Nashville a little bit, which St. Louis has meat, Nashville has alcohol for its main thing, and then Memphis has cloth, so that's a natural transition. I'm thinking if we put a warehouse right here on this wheat, we can grab the milk, which we'll eventually need. We'll have vegetables over here, which we'll eventually need. We'll have corn right away. We'll have our sugar there. We'll have our fruit there we can bring in, and then our closest wood will be way over here. I could bring this, but I think we'll bring it from over here. And that'll give me my main goods. So we're going to go ahead and throw a warehouse down here. And we'll start working all lines off that. Our warehouse, we renamed it Thompson Warehouse. We're starting off with the bringing wheat in Nashville. So we'll put our train on there. Now we have our line set up. I'll do a line to St. Louis Freight from Thompson Warehouse. And we're going to set up a train on that. So I finished a double line from Chaplin Stop to bring in my corn to Thompson Warehouse. You'll see I organize it. So my next thing up on the list is corn that I need. So we'll bring that in with 2 trains. And then the next thing I'm going to want to do is, just click on that. We're going to want to go to Nashville here and add in a vegetable refrigerated car, I guess I should say. And we're going to want to do the same thing on the St. Louis one, because now it will justify paying that $20,000 now that we actually have vegetables. So we hooked up our Miller Rest here with our sugar coming down the Thompson Warehouse. Got our trains all lined up, ready to go. So we brought our wood all the way from Ward train station all the way over to Thompson Warehouse. I'm going to use an Inyo this time because it's slightly faster than the Baldwin 10-wheeler. Actually, wait. Baldwin 10-wheeler is 70% traction power. Yeah, maybe we'll just keep going with that. We'll bring 2 of them. Actually, better be 3 because we have a lot of ground to cover. Now the third warehouse is going to be on the St. Louis Freight. So right now we're bringing a line from Memphis with its clothing and cloth up to St. Louis for its meat. And then eventually we'll bring one over from Nashville with the alcohol, and it'll ship the alcohol out through St. Louis.
Ah, the first deliveries via the warehouse have just arrived. So your Star Logistics system is beginning to pick up speed. I'm already very curious to see how far this principle can be stretched. Don't let up now.
Now we just put a train on from Nashville up to St. Louis, so that should complete our loop between the 3 cities. So we just hooked up our milk And now we have 2 trains of milk coming in the Thompson Warehouse, so that should help things along considerably. And now we have our Lee stop coming in with vegetables. We're just barely bypassing the milk station, but then coming in on the rest of the same line. We got 2 trains on that. And we just added in our Howard Rest with our fruit coming into the warehouse. So we got 2 trains of that. I'd overlooked it until now, but we're putting in our 2 trains down to Memphis. I thought I had done it, but I kind of forgot. And so now we have a fully functional warehouse that will serve Nashville, Memphis, and St. Louis. St. Louis has a little mini warehouse that will get the cloth to St. Louis and the Nashville, and then the alcohol to St. Louis and Memphis. We decided to put down a line for Nolan Rest in the Memphis to bring it in the wool that it needs. So we just put down 2 warehouses, or not warehouse, freight stations from Indianapolis to Louisville. So we're going to throw a train on there going back and forth while we start working on our warehouse. Okay, so we have Lopez stop to Indianapolis freight. And then we're going to do the same thing, Lopez to Louisville. Throw on a refrigerated car. Alright, we got that done.
As we continue to work away here at this other warehouse, we're bringing in our cattle into Louisville. So we'll put our train on there. Perfect. We just finished doing a line from our Chaplin stop with our corn, bringing it over to Lopez Warehouse. So we got 2 trains on that. And then we're going to have to go into Lopez Warehouse and make it a warehouse, which it's not yet. Okay, go ahead. Oops. Wrong way. Okay, so we already have that. We need corn, wood, sugar, cloth. We already have that taken care of. Vegetables already there. Perfect. Alright, so I have some wood coming now from Ward Station all the way to Lopez Warehouse. Let's put 4 trains on. That's a really big run there. Now we have our sugar hooked up from Miller Rest to Lopez Warehouse. So we're going to bring a train up from Memphis all the way up to the warehouse with cloth, and I'll add that into the warehouse goods. So we'll go ahead and do this. Normally I don't do it this way, but I'll throw it in. And there we go. So we were getting a big connection bonus from Walker Rest St. Louis Freight, so we went ahead and did that. And now we're bringing in our fruit from Howard Rest. So that will finish off our warehouse at Lopez. So Louisville and Indianapolis should both be fully stocked. Now it's just a matter of bringing the 2 things that make the distillery and the toys back out to Huntingdon Warehouse. So we built a little warehouse down in Louisville just to take the distillery from Indianapolis down here, and then bring it down to Huntingdon with the toys. And then eventually all this Huntingdon stuff will come up here and it will kick it back to Indianapolis. Now we're just waiting on St. Louis to make 10 different goods available. And we're just waiting on the population to flip over the 40,000, which will kick in the vegetables. They will ship those out almost immediately.
If we want to supply really lucrative goods to the various cities in this region later, first we have to create a foundation.
Thanks.
This is an initial important step in the right direction. What do you want me to say? That you did a good job? The first stage is completed. But that is what I expected of you. Come on, keep going. The next step is to build on what has already been established.
We already have one of these.
You're already making good profits, but that's not enough to convince me. With all the effort, I see that you are not neglecting your own finances either. The only way you can succeed here is if you base our work on a solid network.
Perfect. So as you can see, we got quite a bit done this first episode. Got our Thompson Warehouse, Nashville, St. Louis, Memphis, all rocking together here. Then we got another Lopez Warehouse with Indianapolis and Louisville, because we don't really have another cloth right close. It's using Memphis's cloth up here, and we got it doing real good. So all that's left, I guess I forgot to put the milk on there. So I'll have to add the milk in, and then we'll be good to go. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Come back and watch another great video of I Can Me Gaming.